Hello and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be going through how to type on a path in Adobe Illustrator. I'm going to go ahead and turn off, well, at least I'll show you how to do it without the shadows. I'll add the shadows in a future video because you can do a lot of fun stuff with that, so stay tuned for that one. But first we're going to go ahead and create a new path to type on so we can get our text going. So I have clicked L on my keyboard and I'm holding Shift and Alt to drag out this circle here. Once I've got it positioned to where I want it, we're going to go ahead and find our Type on a Path tool, which is located in your toolbar. Once you've got that selected, you'll see that kind of this icon that pops up. Go ahead and click on whatever path you want to type on. And if your text, it should auto-propagate such as it did for me here. But if it's really small, what you can do is come up here and then hold Shift, and you can use your scroll wheel, and then that will allow you to change the size of the font really quickly. And then what we're going to do is go ahead and type what I want to say. So I'm going to say like cars and coffee again. Then I'm going to go ahead and click off it, deselect, and then hit OK. Even if you get that little error box, it's okay. And then now we have three choices. We have one handle down here, and we've got two handles up here. The one down here allows you to reposition the text as a whole. So once you have that little black icon below the cursor that pops up, you can click and drag. So this one allows you to move it around. Or if I were to drag my mouse inside the circle, it will flip it automatically into the interior of the circle. So that's what that handle does. And we're going to go ahead. There are two other handles here, which are basically the boundaries for where you can type along this path. So if I pull this one, and I drag it around here, you'll see the coffee is now not highlighted, meaning that it will not show up. So if I release this, it's gone. And you can see this red thing, the icon is turned red, telling you that there's text that's gone over outside your boundaries of where you can type. So if I go ahead and undo that one, I'm going to remove this one instead, pull it out. So I'm going to put my boundary here. Then sometimes these handles get really small, so I've found if you just kind of move it a little bit, then they get bigger again. Once you've got that, I'm going to position my text a little bit here. And then once I've got it positioned how I want it, I'm going to go ahead and change the font size slightly here. So up it a little bit, and then also up the spacing, so hold Alt and use your arrow keys to space out letters a little bit more. Then once you've got it kind of how you want it, you can go ahead and create text that's along the bottom as well. So to start, I'm going to hit Control C and then Control F, and then it will paste a copy right on top, and you can see it in your layers panel. And then what I want to do is go ahead and rotate this. So it's kind of like so. And as you can see, it is upside down. So we're going to go ahead and change that by going to Type on a Path, and Type on a Path Options. This little window is really useful. You can do a lot of fun stuff with it. I'm going to hit the preview icon so I can see what's going on. I'm going to hit flip to start, and it looks like it'll put it inside, but I do not want it inside, so I'm going to hit and change this to ascender, which will bump it out to the outside now. Then I'm going to go ahead and hit OK on that one. And I'm going to go ahead and kind of position that so it looks a little bit better. We're going to go ahead and change this other one so it kind of matches. So you can see how this one sits right on the circle. That was the baseline setting that I had it on. So if I open my window again, you can see it's on baseline. And there are different ones as well. So if you want to center it along turn on my preview. So now you can see that it's centered along the path of which you've typed, or you can do ascender, which will bring it in, it looks like, and then descender will pull it out, which is what I'm going to use. And there's the baseline, which it was before. And then you can also flip it, so inside the shape, outside the shape. You can do some other stuff with the text. You can do some very fancy things here. Interesting. I haven't used any of these other than just rainbow, but you can do that. And then there's also some other spacing options as well. But that's basically the gist of how to get it so where it looks like so. So where you can get that text of over and under, so to speak. So it wraps around and you can read all of it. Then once you're done with that, you can go ahead and create your outlines for your text if you want. And then go ahead and change the fill and stroke a little bit if you'd like to. And go ahead and add black stroke there. And yeah, go ahead and bump it up. And then that basically gets us to where I was before. So if I turn that one on, turn this one, yep, this one on. That's basically how I had it before. So overall, that's kind of how you can do the basic type on a path tool. Please like the video if you found this helpful for you, and leave comments for questions below or future videos that you'd like me to do as well. Thanks for tuning in, and happy designing.